We interrupt our programming to bring you the following special report.
The Ryan Report.
Whatever opinion they had ain't gonna change nothing I'm doing.
What was the story he told? Because I was there.
It's time for the Ryan Report.
It's like Jay-Z, all eyes on us.
On the People Station, V103.
It is your Ryan Report right here on the People Station, V103, brought to you by
McDonald's. If you can sing, check out The Gift, ATL singing competition for your chance to win $5,000 in cash and prizes. Perform at the Wolf Creek Amphitheater. Visit giveatl.com. Register to win. I'm loving it.
People love Lakewood Church. They love Joel Osteen.
They do.
I mean, Joel Osteen is probably one of the most popular people in the world.
Lord, what happened? Just tell me what happened.
Well, Israel Houghton is the musical worship leader at Lakewood.
Okay.
He's done. You know, he's dating Adrienne Bailon.
Okay.
From The Talk.
Right.
You know, this past weekend, some pictures surfaced of them on the beach. Problem is, he had on his wedding ring, and he was married, but they placed him on indefinite leave from the church after he and his wife were said to be divorcing over his infidelity. So a rep for Lakewood says that they released him from his responsibilities as a worship leader back in February and placed him on indefinite leave. And since that time, he has not been featured in any Lakewood Church-related activities, saying they are not at liberty to discuss any details about his personal situation, but they stand ready to provide him with spiritual counseling and guidance should he choose to seek it. So basically, he gets the Heisman from Joel Osteen in the church. Still wearing the wedding band, even though he and his wife, Felisa, were supposedly splitting after 20 years. He admitted that he had failed and sinned against his wife. But he insisted that Adrienne Bailon had nothing to do with it, that she's not the person. What do you think of all that?
Wow. I don't know.
Okay. Well, as you think about that,
emotions.
As you think about that, you know Russell Wilson,
yeah, that's
the quarterback,
Ciara.
He got divorced, right?
Right.
He didn't have no money.
Okay.
So he had just gotten to the league, had that crazy contract. He was like the lowest paid quarterback in the league, I believe.
Okay.
He didn't have a prenup.
It's Ciara's guy.
Ciara's guy.
Right.
He didn't have a prenup. Now, he and Ciara are married, about to get married. Guess what?
He wants a prenup.
He does not want a prenup.
Alrighty then.
She does not want a prenup. And this is a people poll right here for you.
Whoa.
Do you believe a prenup is a jinx for a marriage? According to sources, they are saying if you get a prenup, you are questioning your love for one another, and that a prenup is a jinx, and they're not going to the marriage thinking they won't last. They're dividing this in full, and they don't want any bad energy clouding their marriage.
It all depends on how much cheese you come to the table with.
Okay.
Now, if I'm Oprah, I need a, look here.
We want prenup.
Sign right here.
Right.
If I'm Tyler, I need you to sign right here. Now, if I'm a little scrappy, all right, let's go on and do this thing. Let's go on and do this, Erica.
And the last story for this Ryan Report, Tracy Morgan is saying he is going to bust the black suicide myth by revealing he contemplated taking his own life in the wake of that devastating accident. The comedian says he is helping silence a damaging myth in the black community. Basically, what he said is after he survived and came out of the coma, and he sat in the hospital bed, he said he was in a very dark place. He tells Rolling Stone, I was sitting right here contemplating suicide, saying his path to recovery was about the rigors of physical therapy as it was about making peace with himself. Because they say you have a horrible accident. You and your family are in a horrible accident and people get killed and you survive. They call that survivor's remorse. And they're saying emotionally, it is devastating. Tracy said, it was hard for me to deal with. I asked everybody to be there that night. I have to live with that, but I had to forgive myself. I know Jimmy would want it like that. Of course, that was Jimmy, the other comedian who lost his life. So there you go, man. But Tracy Morgan says, hey, it is real. Salute to Tracy, man. 723. The people poll is up, Reggie Rouse. At V103 Atlanta, the people poll is up. What are you doing for Easter? Right now, based on the vote, it's the end. It's the last day. So I'm going to wait and let y'all go. At V103 Atlanta, see what the poll is about Easter, all right? That is your Ryan Report right here on the People Station. It's V103.
And if you don't know, now you know.
The Ryan Report. The Ryan Report.
V103.